Welcome back, Freedom Protectors. Thank you for joining us. And listen, if this is your first time here, you love firearms, you love freedom, go ahead and hit subscribe, turn on notifications. You don't want to miss a thing. This is an AR-15 from 1959. It was invented 60 years ago. And this gun has been widely available over the last 60 years and throughout multiple generations. This gun hasn't changed, my friends. Society has. Anyone who believes that this gun is the problem is ignorant to what the word freedom means. Freedom is guaranteed to us in writing, but it is not a guarantee. Many countries all over this world are full of people who are suppressed, who want nothing more than to just be free. Societies of people who lack the basics of fresh air, clean drinking water, edible food, proper shelter, and adequate clothing. People who are not allowed to even be educated. Countries where you will be brutally executed for your religious beliefs or your sexual orientation. Populations where your gender is what dictates your rights as a human. It is here, though, here in America, where the abundance of freedom lives, that we would actually have members of our society that want to suppress freedom. Tuesday, September 11th, 2001. If you're of age, you knew exactly where you were that morning. You were glued to the television every single moment. But see, what we don't understand is September 10th, 2001. See, on September 10th, 2001, this was a divisive country. We had a newly elected president who had lost the popular vote. We had recounts in Florida where his brother was the governor. We had protests, and this was a divided country. And it was ugly and nasty as it's ever been on September 10th, 2001. But you see, that next morning when everybody woke up, the world changed for a moment. All of a sudden, all this political nastiness and bickering and agendas took the backseat because reality hit home. Freedom could be in jeopardy. In a moment, we went from a divisive country to a nation's motto of United We Stand. It took a smack in the face for us to realize what's important, my friends. Freedom. We would go on to make sure that the number one priority would be to protect this at all costs. Politicians from all sides came together quickly and got stuff done like we had never seen before. And all of a sudden, the personal agendas took a backseat. Why? Because the big picture, my friends, freedom. Anti-gun folks love their First Amendment, but apparently the second one isn't needed. I guess freedom can just pick and choose what fits the personal agenda and not the we the people agenda. Even if somebody is anti-gun, they shouldn't be anti-freedom. Liberty is the pursuit of happiness, and we can have that so long as we're not stepping on the liberties of others. When someone is actively seeking to strip away guaranteed rights to the American people, then they are in direct conflict with liberty. They have chosen not to be a part of we the people, but instead their me view of liberty, and that their rights matter, and they'll exercise the ones that they see fit. The ones that don't fit them, they will actively try to suppress them from millions of honest, hard-working, law-abiding citizens so that they can try to limit their pursuit of happiness. You see, it doesn't matter because to them it's all about me and not about we. It only becomes we again when freedom is in jeopardy. Only when faced by a threat that their voice may be suppressed. Only when their American lifestyle is at risk. Only when they realize that the picture is way bigger than them as an individual do they decide to come to the table and get along. The enemies of America, the enemies of freedom, sit and wait for that moment to exploit our weaknesses. And if you're anti-gun and you don't believe that, you're living in a dream world because evil exists. And they would love nothing more than to challenge the freedom that we love. They would love nothing more than to have the opportunity to commit chaos, ravage this country and everything that it stands for. But we the people, the Second Amendment community, are well aware of this. And we've tried to educate you with no success because everything for you is an emotional decision. But you need to understand something. Your emotions aren't going to matter without the Second Amendment. Because freedom will not exist. The enemies of freedom are well aware that America is impossible to invade because there are millions of guns here. My friends, that's a good thing. That keeps us free. That is the ultimate deterrent. That's what keeps this nation from ever being invaded. Because they understand that should they roam our streets or be in our backyards, we the people will provide for common defense and they will be dealt with accordingly. We the people won't let them roam on our streets and our backyard. They won't just fight the United States military. They will have to fight us, the American people, who provide for common defense. But we can only fight them with the tools that we're allowed to have. That's why we take the fight to them and they don't come here. And if they should come here, us in the Second Amendment community and our millions of guns will provide the common defense for freedom. You can guarantee that. So all of you who are anti-gun, understand that you're anti-freedom. You're actually trying to take freedom away and give it to our enemies. Give it to the people who will come in and ravage this country, will ravage freedom. And if you're successful at that, then you might as well call us the divided states of China, Russia, Syria, Iran, North Korea. You pick.